My game of choice isn't actually the one in the background. It is actually a Cartoon Network classic, Dexter's Laboratory Mandark's Lab. It was released in 2002 on the PlayStation 1. And I would say it also has the same vibe as the Rugrats game Miss Hino showed earlier. It it really is quite similar, and I'm glad that we have that from Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon. So the plot of this game is that Mandark has taken over Dexter's lab, and Dexter must do everything to take his laboratory back. And I'm trying to think if this was actually an episode because in the game you can actually see video clips, and because it's been so long ago that I could not remember if this actually happened or they created animation specifically for this game. So in the game you have separate levels where each level has its own stages or more like mini games. So the game starts from their, well, not DD's but Dexter's bedroom, and also in for the benefit of our listeners, what we're seeing here is Dexter fighting Cooties in Dexter's, oh no, not Dexter's, Didi's room because he's trying to look for equipment to open up his lab's gate. What Mandark did was he changed the password and the voice activation, but Dexter's voice alteration machine, I forgot what it's called, it got lost, and apparently Didi took it. So that's why he's in Didi's room. So that's how the game starts from the top of the house, and each level progresses until you get to the bottom of the laboratory. So in each level, you get to achieve two goals, which is there on the upper right of the screen. It changes every level because you have to obtain either an equipment or accomplish something like get a password. And again, as I said, each level has different missions, four missions, and each game has its own mechanic. Surprisingly, the first mini game here is actually a rhythm game where you have to beat Didi in a dance battle where Didi is dancing and Dexter is in like a robot uh something, and it makes me think, I think there is one like that where Dexter dances in the cartoon, and I could not remember because it's been a long time ago. There, that's the dance off on the screen for the benefit of our other listeners. It's so fun to see, but I'm not sure if it's apologies, I don't have the original game. I'm not sure if the emulator was the one at fault or it's me, but I play rhythm games quite often. Not an expert, but I can manage rhythm games. But this one was quite hard.
No,
Even
no,
the
it's
game
just so it's a you problem according to Sir Viraj. Definitely.
because you can see even in the video clip, the person is not hitting perfect quite often. It's not normal. Again, and then other types of gameplay, there is a shooter, the cooties earlier, then another shooter where you eliminate computer bugs, which is more on you're in a spaceship and you target floating bugs that are either coming slowly at you or you chase them, something. And there's also a kind of, I will not say racing, but something akin to Temple Run, where you have to chase one bug who's
Mhm.
running around the circuits, and you have to, because it's a bug, you fly swatter it 5 times, so you have to swat the thing before it goes to the end of the line. So there are other mini games in this in this game, and that's what I like because you have variety of stuff to do. It's not monotonous, and you get to enjoy different things. What I liked about Dexter's Lab, Mandark's Lab, is that it uses clips from the cartoon. As we've seen earlier, it played the original opening theme with Didi dancing and everything with the logo. And what they changed is they crossed out Dexter's name and turned it into Mandark. Then there are again the missions which are actually replayable from the main menu once you beat it within the game. So they're replayable anytime once you have finished each mini game. There are also secret images you can collect. I think it's an art gallery, but what I did not like is it did not. The game does not tell you how to unlock those
I
art.
don't like how you said secret images that you can collect.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. For lack of a better term, secret images or hidden hidden artwork. Shall we say to sound better? No, it still doesn't work.
You know what? Not the kind of things that you're thinking about, guys. Secret hidden illustrations. How about that?
Fine. A little bit better then. Okay.
Somehow. Oh, okay,
Hid,
something better. Character
yeah.
designs.
Okay.
Unlockable. How,
Okay.
how about how
Unlockable.
about
There,
unlockable illustrations? Go.
Unlockable artwork. Okay, fine.
yes,
Unlockable
those sound,
artwork. There you
sound much
go.
better. Sorry, my brain is fried from work, and it's not it's not formulating the
Searching
correct
searching right now.
semantics.
Dexter's laboratory artwork. Rule
I thought
34.
you're going to type hidden image.
Is Judge gonna
Dexter's mom.
stumble into Rule 34 stuff again? Come on. Anyway.
Dexter's mom. Rule 34. Hidden
Oh my
artwork.
goodness. Okay.
ES1.
Oh,
Apologies, my semantics are mumbled at this
that's
moment.
fine. That's fine. That's part of what we do here in Timeless Gamers Show.
Adult DD.
What?
Okay, now I'm curious. Okay. Anyway.
Back to the discussion. So those are mostly character designs of the artists. So it could be like, like if you have art books of your favorite games, there is like the front view, side view, and front view, back view of the character in costume and whatnot. And what I like about this game is even though the cartoon is 2D, it's rendered as 3D and it still looks wonderful. It's colorful. It doesn't, it still gives the same atmosphere, even if it's been turned into 3D. And apart from those, each level has 4 blueprints in which you collect them to somehow upgrade Dexter. It gives you an advantage for each mission because you can collect the blueprints within the level. And before you get to the mission, there's like a terminal or pod where you have to log in, quote unquote, log in to do the mission. So I guess I have to say I haven't played so much that I can find any dislikes. I guess I'm looking at this game through rose tinted glasses and with awe because I have to admit I looked for some games I haven't played before because I want to find hidden gems, and some people say this is actually hidden gem. So I'm even at this even in 2025, I'm still amazed that this game did exist. How come I did not know about this? I suppose it holds to this day, even though it's an old PlayStation 1 game. Replayability, I would say, as I said before, you could play each mission from the main screen as long as you have beaten it within the game. That gives it the replayability factor because each minigame is actually fun because it has its own mechanics. You can choose whichever is your favorite. And not only is the mini games challenging on their own, but there's some like Missino said earlier, these early games have their own quirkiness, and it's so fun navigating what game developers have come up during that time within the limitations of the hardware, and to fix or not fix but fit everything into what they could in a CD, because we know CD was what 700 or 600 MB back then. So it's still amazing to think about what they were able to come up with in such small, would we say it's small file size. And for nostalgia, again, I'm someone who grew up with Dexter's Lab in my elementary days. So this was nostalgic for me. And I remember it being as one of my favorite Cartoon Network cartoons. And I keep repeating the iconic line, Omelette du fromage, if anybody remembers. The video clips here surely evoked memories, and there are also some one-liners and grunts that are voiced, but I suppose it's not the same as Rugrats. This one was just partially voiced and mostly text. So I suppose that is for my first game. But first of all, shout out to my mom. Hi, mom. She's down there. Hi, mom. So thank you.
Uh, if I may, Jo, could you share the image that I'm sharing right now? Miss Eileen, did this ever happen in the Dexter's Laboratory series? I haven't seen every single episode though. Did this particular frame ever happen in the cartoon series from your recollection?
That's the problem. My recollection is the problem. It's been a while. Let's try.
It looks legit though.
It looks
Yeah.
legit, doesn't it, Miss Hina?
Yes, the artwork looks legit.
I am not complaining.
This is the adult Didi, I suppose.
That's the adult DD.
Yeah, because Joe's query made me curious, and this came up, and I'm just wondering if it actually happened in the cartoon.
Yeah. In this
Made you
episode,
curious.
Yes.
in this
That's
episode, it did actually
curious
happen. But
word you're using.
yeah. Be careful, guys, because this adult DD, yeah, she cost extra.
Oh,
Hey.
it's a DLC.
Her words, her words. It will cost you extra.
No, but the thing about
All
it
right.
is, this is Dexter's Laboratory is one of those cartoons that make you wonder how they are grown up, kind of like the Rugrats thing, where you wonder how might they be when they're grown up. And in Dexter's Laboratory, they actually showed how Dexter would look
There.
like as an adult, as an old person. Though
I
that
saw
this
that
one I do
episode.
remember as actually having happened in the cartoon series. Yes,
Mm.
because yeah, I do remember that part. But the adult DD, I'm not quite sure that ever happened. So I was asking Miss Eileen if that did.
Yeah, it
Anyway,
did.
it did.
Same, I don't remember.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it did.